I can't hear you. For some reason, I can't hear you.
Is it working now? Is it?
Cannot hear you. Is your sound off?
My sound is not off.
I can hear you now. Wait a second. Just 1 minute. Maybe my volume needs to be adjusted on this computer. Nope. It's all the way up.
Does that help?
I can hear it. You need to turn your volume up. I can barely hear you.
Okay. Let's see here. Uh, uh,
You can hear me though, right?
yes, I can hear you.
I don't know why. Let me turn this TV down. Let me try it now.
Um, let's.
Yeah, it's
I
your
switched it to.
your volume is kind of low.
Yeah, I'm also trying to keep it down because my roommate's in the room, and there's no other places for me to go right now because, quite frankly, most of campus is shut down.
Okay, well we have the closed captioning, so we can.
Okay,
And I also record each and every session if that's okay with you.
that's
Okay.
fine with me.
So I might have to stop the recording 45 minutes into it just because I don't want it to get over an hour, but then we'll still do the full hour. So
Okay.
what do we need to do here today? You say you have a learning disability. It's ADDHD, right?
Yes. Um,
Okay. So what can I help you with? So sorry that it's been a crazy week, and that we had to delay it up to this point.
Um, I'd like to go over some of the practice problems provided by the teacher with you.
Sure.
There, there's no actual homework, but like there are practice problems, so
Okay.
I'll share
Okay.
that.
That's perfectly fine. So let me ask you something. Just a quick question here.
Yeah,
Are these high school problems or college problems?
college problems.
College, okay. And are they freshmen, sophomore,
Um,
junior,
there was
senior?
no actual definition for that. We have some postgraduate students in
Okay,
our
how
class, and
about
we have
this?
some non-graduates
How
as
about
well.
you share your screen? Just give me a second here.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Share your screen. Let's
okay.
see what we can do.
Let's see here. That one. That's the one. Okay. So I already went through 1A and I checked against the key and got them right. So it's this is just the lowest structure side of things, and I think I understand that for the most part. But this goes on for a while.
So this looks like this is chemistry or physics.
Yeah, for the first unit, we basically just reviewed the entirety of Gen Chem
Okay.
because I guess the teacher wanted to make
So
sure we
basically,
understood.
what I would do is I would remember photo, like just try to study the general chemistry chart, all the different types of level of chemistry and oxygen, hydrogen, chloride. I mean, that's how it basically goes here with the formulas, different formulas. I would write them down, note taking, and then all this other stuff that comes into play. Now, you do have an advantage with that different type of disability that you have because you like to multitask. And what you will do is you'll know several things at one time and you might forget one thing. But here's the thing, what you're missing is you could get some note taking done with these practice problems by writing them down, writing a sample down on a piece of paper or a document, and basically one for one, two for two, the different step methods, how these problems are organized. Does that make sense?
I do understand what you're saying. I
Okay,
understand
good,
what you're
good,
saying.
good. So the thing is, I see different choices on here. So you're going to have And there's a lot of choices on there. Wow. Okay.
These are actually all just separate questions.
Okay. So, what exactly? The thing is, if you have, let me see, are they different problems? Are they
They're all different problems. So these
because
are just
all
all
one pairs
individual
are
problems, and
green.
instead of being
Oh, so you need to
listed as one,
figure
two,
out a
three, they're
certain
like,
number of formal charges for each and every one of them.
yeah.
That's what it looks like.
So I got through up to M on this, and I've been doing okay as well. I'll do I'll do like five and then check to see if I got them right or something.
Okay. All right.
I have more issue with actually drawing them from scratch than like when they're already provided to me. I can analyze them when they're provided to
Yeah.
me, but
And again, these are not easy subjects to get, so don't be down on yourself. We as teachers and tutors have a heck of a time of explaining it layman to students ourselves, explaining it because there's so many different ways of how to do it. And believe me, with it comes to organic chemistry and all this other stuff, it yes, it's a long road, bumpy road. It is not easy.
I believe next Saturday we will actually start Unit 2, which will have the organic chemistry in it according to the
Okay.
syllabus.
So what I would like you to, this is my thing from me to you. What I can do is I can help you note take and how you understand the material. I can also get you study guides for this stuff so that you understand it. You're going to need a chemistry chart for this type of thing, and you're going to need to study it and memorize it and how it's organized. Now, you would do like one day you do the first row. This is means this means this means this. You would organize it. You see what I mean?
I do. Do you have any recommendations for study charts to like,
Okay. Let me see what you said. Do you have any recommendations for studying charts to like, yeah, memorizing them, writing notes
yeah.
down, writing
No, I mean,
bullets
do you
down?
have any recommendations for like types of them or ones in publish the ones that have been
Oh,
published?
you mean if I can find, I could probably find one for you on here. Are you talking about a chemistry chart?
Yeah, I've never actually worked with one before, so
Okay. Okay,
I
let's
don't
do
really know
this.
where to look.
So let me do this real quick.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
now, oh, it's not going to let me do it right now. Oh, I got an idea. I can do it on my phone.
Okay,
I can do it on my phone and search on my phone right now. Just give me a second here.
all right.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a chart right now.
See here.
Oops. Okay, check your email real quick.
Okay. Um, we should-
You might have to zoom it in a little bit.
yeah, I
Hold it.
there it is. Okay.
Oh, you were able to do it. All right.
Yeah. I just moved the screen thing a little bit. Ah, I see. You mean the table elements. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I pulled one up like in my browser.
No, now listen to me. See the three white dots in the right hand corner there?
Yes.
Click on it, and then you'll be able to zoom it. There you go. See? You can see it now.
Yeah.
All right, good. See?
Okay.
Hold it. Now there are all the chemistry charts and all the different oxones and molecules and stuff like that. You will have to combine them in different formulas and it'll come together for you. Not maybe quickly, but you know, everybody learns at a different pace.
Uh, I I learned one thing that helped me categorize last year. That was about the only thing I got that was kind of useful from the school resources. And that was how to, like, this row has only 3 electrons for
Yep.
valence and bonding. This one has 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah, it's
8.
all on electrons, protons, and neutrons.
That was actually the first time I had learned that. That was midway through the semester, so I had
Yes.
been assigning charges correctly that entire time. But I understand it now, which is why I was able to get through some of what I've been working on even now. It takes me a little bit longer than I think many of the other students. We made a group to be able to discuss problems, like the practice problems, and work together on them. It's
Yeah. Look, don't be so hard on yourself. Okay. I'm sure you're brilliant and smart at other different subjects. So what it takes you longer. As long as you learn, you could learn it better and faster than others with different processes of learning, note taking, doing writing up a spreadsheet, doing
it's
bullets
yeah.
for each and every one, writing a fact about it. Um, there's also outlines of the chart as well. There where they do bullets within each and every all the sections of how to break it down.
I see. Um, I will have to check because sometimes they do provide this chart on the tests.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yeah, and you should have also a calculator, some piece of scratch paper, how to work it out with the conversions and the charts of it.
Um, the first test in this class is going to be interesting because we're going to be doing it entirely online, and I'm not sure how we're going to do that. But I'll let you know after I finish it, I suppose. That way
Yeah,
it'll
see,
be
because
good for
here's
planning
the
ahead
thing:
for
you
how.
have to get the feel for the instructor. Do you have the syllabus by chance?
I do have the syllabus, yes.
Let's read through it together then.
Let me. That's the class. Syllabus. Okay. There it is.
Okay, right. There's the course objectives. There's a text suggested. Oh, okay. So you're going to have
Uh,
PowerPoints, which are so easy sometimes to understand and break down because they're put down in bullet type presentations.
yeah.
And I
It
just got to ask you this. Have you ever seen a PowerPoint presentation before?
I have. I've had teachers also use Google Slides before. Um,
Yes. Yeah. The
last
old
semester
fashioned
was
way goes back 25 years ago when we first started using Word and, Excel and PowerPoint and Access and all the other databases. So,
I do have a copy of the suggested uh, book. Essentially, it was saved as a Google file and shared in the group with the other students.
okay, all right.
So I do have
Part
access to
two,
that.
you're one
And
step ahead already. Right,
I
there you go. That's
I
how you
don't
want to do it.
have this specific model kit, but I do have a model kit that I bought for last year's class. Um,
There you go. See?
yeah, it's just sometimes, even though I was like using the supplies that was
So
recommended, it
here's my
still didn't do very
recommendation
well.
already, because you're one step ahead. You need to cram jam that information. You need to learn as much as you can, because that whole chemistry chart's going to mean a lot. All the other material is going to mean a lot. You want to have at least a 7 to 10 day preparation for this test. So what you would do is you'd either note take through your notes, or if you already have, maybe you want to even get, since you have a disability, maybe you want to get a note taker preparation for, because they have to accommodate you, or it's against the law. Period.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a
Um,
good note taker, then fine. If you're not, then I would recommend, if he has lectures, like live lectures, then I would have a note taker requested.
I will check for that then because I've never
Now,
actually
I'm just
had a
going to
note
let you
taker.
know, sometimes they give you the rough runarounds on this type of stuff, but they have to require it by law. All disabilities have to be accommodated, period. I hear all excuses in the book about how people don't get the services that they need, and that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I have to actually get them to recognize that I have a disability still because it's a different school than I usually go
Yeah,
to. So
but let me put it
I've
like
actually
this: it's
started the
actually a
process.
good disability. In the positive side, that look, I've seen many different people with this disability thrive with it. If you know how to use your skills, you'll be able to do fine. Because just because you have a learning disability doesn't mean you're down lower than anybody else. You have something that's holding you back, but you can get over that mountaintop by accomplishing a lot, being pure determined, and not giving up on the subject. Period. So you can multitask. You can do a lot of different stuff. If you're good at note taking, this would be for you. If it's not, then I would require you to, well, my recommendation would be to get a note taker. Or if you have a way of maybe taking some outside time during the reading lectures, if he already has, I don't know how this class is set up. If he has a live lecture, I would put it in closed caption like this. Like right after we're done this, I'm going to send you this video over, and then I'm going to send you links, helpful tips, and stuff like that so that you can get through this.
I actually did pull up last class. He did a Zoom recording.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah. If you,
it does have it's that it has a
however, let me
summary.
put it like this: you got up to 2 hours. You can actually use the full 2 hours tonight if you want to, and we can just go through everything. However, it's up to you. I will say my week has come shaky as heck with the scheduling, but I mean, I'll try to make as much time available for you as possible for this.
Mhm.
Okay, if you work with me, I will work with you definitely.
Depending on what times are the best for you, I
Yeah.
guess like in general, I would prefer to have a standard time to meet each week.
Oh, the
So
standard time to meet. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. You want me to make
So
a day or a time for
I'm
you?
willing to
Okay.
work with you for that too. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
not
mind
a
doing
problem
it
at all.
later.
You can, here's how we could do it. So this is how flexible times are. As long as I mean, I have some clients where I'm on the road on the weekends. They want me to jump on a computer real quick with them. Blah 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 blah. I got my computer with, so I stop off the road, have that quick session, and then go on my way. So that's how this can work. You pay for 2 hours. So the thing is, you could do it half an hours each, or you could do an hour, 45 minutes each, however you want to do it, or you can just roll the time over into next week. So, I mean, it's basically how you want to do it. You're still in the beginning of class. So it's
Yeah.
not like it's an emergency that you're trying to get. I mean, really ahead. Now, I could
Yeah.
see if you were 3 weeks behind, you're not in the worst situation. You did the right thing. You hired a tutor. You want somebody to help you prepare notes. You want to help somebody to give you recommendations on the material. I can definitely do that. But I've been taking courses since 1998, and things have definitely changed. But I would use the technology, what you have today, to take some shortcuts, like to cut your time down. If you're looking for specific things on notes, there's people that out there that have those note tabs right there for the outline exactly made for this. Like previous people have made notes like on Chegg or Course Hero where they show them. And if you want me to, I can definitely help you out, search for that as well, because I'm good at researching material and helping people get shortcuts, preparing for tests and stuff like that, helping them with assignments, so we can work on this. That's for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Um, I guess I'm not very familiar, and at least for the school I'm currently at, we aren't allowed to use Chegg or Course Hero because of the AI and answer databases that are in them. They don't want us cheating on anything.
Let me put it like this: what they don't know isn't going to hurt you. You have to figure out that, hey, look, sometimes when I don't know a question on something, I Googled in, all right, use it differently, reword, paraphrase the information. You take a sheet, you look at the wording, just reword it differently and say you found it in the book.
Okay.
So that's the way you do it. It's not called being sneaky. It's one of those times where some of these instructors are so difficult to understand, or they don't want to teach it, they don't want to have the time. Well, then that's when you don't have, you just, hey, look, I'm a busy person. I want to get this done. Blah 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 blah. Now, there are times where you have to take your time with stuff. Like if you're writing a paper, you got to make sure everything's in there. Writing a rubric and all this other stuff, making sure the writing's persistent, and clear, concise, and all that stuff. Now, when you're writing up problems, you got to make sure step for step. You can't just write the answer down like in math because they will mark it wrong. Math
Yeah.
teachers hate that.
Yeah, they do.
So,
I'm familiar. I'm doing okay in my math at least. It still takes me a while to do things, but
yeah, there's
I definitely
nothing
have
wrong with
like
that.
time accommodations here at Tech, so that's something. Uh, but I think part of what does make it harder for me to progress through problems is the numbers, because even for like in these, it takes me a little bit. Like I had to single out uh phosphorus specifically. It has five and only four were in there, so that made it like each was a
But here's what you
positive
do:
charge. But like
you
I
organize
still had to
one
do the math.
side, go to the middle, go to the end, do them one at a time. Don't do them all at once. I know when it's ADHD, oh, I need to get this done. I want to get this done. But even for me, I know patience is not a virtue sometimes for me either. So even for an older man like myself, I've been through a lot. But here's the deal: the more time you take with this stuff, the more time you are patient with it, you're taking the course. You're going to want to learn it. So even and then the lowest grade you want to absolutely get is a B because C's don't transfer.
Um,
That would be the biggest one right there. Is this your first course you're taking in college, or is it just?
Sophomore in college, and I've
Oh,
already
okay.
taken
So you
um
have at least about 60 credits.
yeah.
Okay. So you
And
do all the gen ed criterion, the
yeah,
nine math, the readings, and all that good old crazy stuff. And now you're going through the bachelor stuff. And
yeah.
okay, okay.
And
I've been through that, trust
essentially
me. Yeah, it's totally changed since then. Um, and is this a community college or is it a university?
this is at a community college, and I'll transfer it to the university because I took it at the university and got a F. So
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. See, let me put it like this. I'm gonna tell you a little story about myself. In high school, I was lazy. In these type of courses, I had a 47% with well, 2 weeks ago. I routed it and came back with a tough course like this. I was not a subject expert at this. I got it within over 2 percentage points with like 2 days to go in my high school graduation. So if you thought it's tough now, try back then when we had lack of computers. We only did it by notebooks, workbooks, you know, textbooks. Now you actually do have a chance because you have live technology. You have Zoom sessions with tutors and stuff like this. And this, you're talking about a guy that was 17 years old that was lazy, and I still was able to pass it. So somebody at your intellectual level should definitely be able to do with the right advice, recommendations, put it all together. 1 plus 1 is 2. I know I make it sound easy, but it's not.
I think
Once you
when I
get
get to
through the
it.
experience, then you'll know how to go through it the next time. You are, in fact, let me put it like this. Do you have the materials from that course that you failed in that
I
you can
have
use?
most of them. I have the stuff that wasn't printable because the printable stuff I had to actually pay to print, and
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So I still have the textbook, I still have the modeling kit, I still have some of the like the homework session section things that I saved from then. So those
Okay. So
are
what makes you think, why did you fail that course? What makes you, let's go through that real quick.
part of it was that I started zoning out during lectures and it was very hard to stay concentrated.
Okay. So let me ask you something. 3 hour lectures on Wednesday and Wednesday nights, like a night class.
Oh, that's actually what's going to be happening on Saturdays for me now, though. But
Okay. You
it
need
was just 1 hour sections, and that was enough
you
for me
need
to
to
get
request a
distracted.
note taker for this class. That is a number one. Because if you're zoning out, you need to do that. So even with this, I mean, I would not do it. We're gonna just the rule of thumb is we're just gonna keep it safe. We're gonna do 1 hour sessions only because I don't want you doing any more than that with from what you're telling me right now. If you're zoning out, not from here, not right now, you're paying attention. I see that. But I don't see you we'll just do 1 hour sessions. Or if you want to do, let's say, oh, I'm very tired and I want to do half an hour, we can do it like that. I have people that do 15-minute sessions, 45-minute sessions. If you feel that you want to do over an hour, then that's fine. But I don't want to put it into that words of like say, well, hey Maya, we got to do 2 hours every single time. That's not the way it works. You're the paid customer. We do it how you want to do it because you're paying for the service. And I want to make sure giving you all the right information in this first session because that's the key to communication. So for the next time you roll in, hey Tom, I have this for you. Can you help me out with this? So then for the next time that you're good to go.
Yeah. I definitely will need like a more extensive session, probably after the actual material is approached in class. Um, I'm still kind of familiar with Gen Chem
Okay, so here's another approach we're going to use. We're going to use what's called Cayenne Academy. They have structured lessons where they go through a video, we stop and we go, we stop and we go. You pick topics, what you're struggling with, if you know what that topic is. And we'll go through it together and we'll knock it out one by one by one by one by one.
Okay.
This usually works. It's pretty proficient. I've only had 10% out of like 100 say it didn't work. And
Okay.
if let's just put it like this, if it takes you longer to learn the material, then that's what you're paying me for. So we're gonna do what we got to do. If you go through it fast and you learn it, that's great too. But see, here's the other thing that students forget about. When you got into the university level is different than community college level. Community college
Yeah.
level, they will actually work with you. University professors, no.
They will not. They do not.
They are a bunch, excuse me for saying this, some of them are a bunch of non caring douchebags. I know this over my career. I've noticed this over just with the program I'm in right now. I just went through something where all the thing was put in and I got a D on a paper for no reason, none. And then they wanted to want to know why I was mad over it because I have a 4.0. What do you think? You don't know how to write? So, all it's crazy out there. It's crazy out there. I will say it's not as easy as it used to be, um, even with the technology. But we were going to get you through this course at your pace. It's not at my pace. It's at your pace. And I will give you material to study. You have to tell me though, like right before the session, what you're looking for in that session, so I can give you the piece of the pie, so to speak, for each and every topic to knock down. So if we don't get through the whole thing the next time, we'll do it, you know. And I'm just going to say this: there's a possibility maybe you might need more than 2 hours in a week. I don't know. I'm going to just say that, but we'll take it one step at a time. Um, I'm always. You can call me. You can text me. I don't care what time it is in the morning, because I mean you're a client of mine, and I do that. I,
Okay.
I have people call me all the time. And now the only time I can't really answer calls is at school, usually, unless it's emergency. But that's usually like 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I understand.
So I'm definitely flexible. Um, I definitely think we're heading in the right direction this first half an hour. We just got to figure out a plan for you. And I also would like to go through the syllabus with you so that we know what's in the syllabus, like discussions, if there's any projects. Does it have a schedule? Okay, one second. One second. Okay, so they're covering 2 chapters in a week. So that means, okay, is this, do you have a book for this?
That was I think I do. I essentially that was the thing I got from that group
Is it an online book or,
online book.
okay, so here's what you got to do. You got to highlight the marker. You got to mark the key sections of the chapters, which means, okay, so how do we do this? How do we do this, Mr. K? Mr. K is how do we do this? You have a marker that you highlight and you go through the sections and mark the definitions. Each and every definition that's marked in black, that's how you do it. If there's if there's pictures, if there's visualizations, you mark them with marker.
Okay.
Let's see. So your exam one's not till March 1st. Okay. So you got 5 chapters. So what you want to do is, like I said, like 7 to 10 days before that test, you want to prepare for it. And we can do a review. If he gives you a review PowerPoint presentation, we will go through it
Okay.
word for word. If there's something I don't understand, I will get the material so we both understand it and we're on the same page.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. Class grade equals half. Ooh, 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 ooh. Wow. Okay, so exam one and exam two and the final exam, you have to pass them. No doubt
Yeah.
about it. Okay. So here's what you do. You get an A on your homework, and then you get at least a C on these tests, and you can pull out a B.
The thing is, I don't know if we actually have homework. That's the thing I've been looking for.
Okay, what is that? Thing is, I don't know the homework, the thing I've been looking for.
I don't know if we have homework at all.
It should say it in there. It should say it in there. Homeworks accepted as assignments. Wait a second. Go down. Keep on going down. Keep on going down. There's a percentage down below there. There should be. Hold it. Let's see here. Let's see here. I don't see it. Okay. Wait, course summary. Isn't there a grading thing that they used to have it all the time in these syllabuses? Now they don't have it. Wait, keep
I,
on going. It's got to be down at the bottom.
this is the bottom.
No, hey, wait. Go to grades. Go to grades. See the grades right there.
Look, no, wait, hang on. There we go.
There's assignments. Hold it. There's 3 assignments.
And I think those are the actual exams.
Woo! This guy is a nut. He is not giving you any homework, no discussions. Oh man. Okay. So guess what? We got to do something now. We got to plan for each and every test. You have to have a note taker in this course.
Yeah.
I would call the school up right away and make sure you have a note taker for this course.
Okay.
Explain your situation, then bring the notes to the session with me, and I'll break them down with you.
Thank you.
The sooner you have this, the better.
Yeah, that was why I started just straight up doing the practice problems because I think that's the closest to homework I'm gonna get.
Yeah, yeah. But if you prepare yourself well enough, you'll be all right. Totally all right. It's all about the organization of how you do this, basically. That's what I'm going to tell you.
I see. Yeah. Um, I will start
So the
compiling
thing
stuff.
is, you're still early in the course. You have 2.5 weeks to go. There's plenty of time. Okay. So if there's topics you're struggling on, we'll go through them. That's not an issue. I am the king of kings of comebacks when it comes to these type of courses. Also, I've helped people prepare for medical exams. I don't have a degree in the medical field, and I still help them pass it.
Mhm.
I'm a substitute teacher that's taught many different subjects, tutored for many different subjects as well. Now, depending on the grading of the instructor, of course, on the test, that's the biggest part. How much time
I
is he going to give you for the whole entire test, too, is a big thing, too.
I
Are
don't
you going to
really
get 3 hours
know.
and it's multiple choice? Is it going to be essay? Is it going to be?
What I do know is that it is going to be all free response questions because he doesn't like multiple choice.
You know why I'm laughing? Because he's making it hard for you. It's because usually with these type of online courses, you can go and search the answer as long as it's not a locked session and find the answers. Now with this one, you have to come up with your own ideas, which
Yeah.
he's smart for doing that because some students will take shortcuts and oh well, this is this is this. Um, Also, you said there was a video about him or something that he showed, or let me get
That's
an
just the
idea what he's.
actual session.
Let's do. Can you pull up that video? I want to
Hang
see what he
on.
says.
Let me try and get this thing to move so I can make it full screen again. This started after the introductions.
Oh, he looks like he's an older professor too, so that means he
He's
has
from
more very
Hungary.
good experience there.
He's a scientist in Hungary currently.
Oh, wow,
So I was not prepared for this when I signed up for a Nova course. Come on.
wow.
Maybe I have to log in again or something.
No, I just shouldn't.
I had to put in a password to get that.
Yeah, but the video's up.
Yeah, but it wasn't playing.
Huh. Oh, look at that. Okay. So he probably has a live transcript lecture
Yeah.
every week.
He does. I was using that transcript to help me take notes.
Well, let's see what he has to say. I'm curious.
I don't know. Time is passing. Time is passing. Okay.
Yeah, I can't hear anything he's saying at all. He has a closed captioning over there. The normal lines of the plain and sign in case of the paper. Okay. What was dotted line for you behind the place is a wedge toward. Oh, okay. He's explaining the 3D structures of the molecule. Okay.
I'm familiar with these.
Okay. Okay.
I know how to
Well,
do
that's
Newman
good.
structures. I know
So
how to
here's
do
the
this,
thing.
and I know how to do.
What you don't waste your time on is familiar material. What you want is material that you're not getting. So you double
That
your
was,
time.
yeah.
So here's you double your time. You go with me and I help you out with that.
Yeah.
And then you go there, you write notes, you do material, you write an outline. Um, I don't know. I'm thinking community colleges these days still have note takers or proctors or something that help you out with this type of stuff.
I will be looking for a note taker. I might be able to find one actually in the group too. It depends. Because again, I'm still waiting for my disability request at the school to be processed.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, here's the thing. All right. They have to accommodate you right away because these courses go fast.
They do, but they
I
have to
mean, I
finish
understand
processing
that
it
things
too.
do take time, but they should have it within the same week so that you have a note taker. Because if you fall behind, then that's not going to be good.
Yeah.
So, and the lectures are so long, an hour and a half.
Oh, this actually started halfway through it too.
Oh, it did.
It's a 3 hour lecture. We just spent an hour and 30 minutes on introducing every single person sitting through the Zoom call too.
I get it.
It's certainly something, all right.
Yeah, compared to your other courses, here's what I would do. Use your experience of what you have from taking other courses in college and use those perspectives of what you've had. Because I'm sure there's a couple courses already that you've had difficult experiences in, and then you wrapped it up and did okay. I had an art course for crying out loud years ago where I had a 49% and I rallied it up to a 95 by the end of the period. So, I mean, you can do it. This is a course, these are one of these rougher courses in which you're going to need to know that chemistry chart, period, end, and out. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
So,
That'll be something I need to work with you on then, I believe.
yes, absolutely. And we will get together as many times as you need so we can get it done.
All right. Thank you.
I think if you get the note taker set up, you'll be fine. Because these courses are very technical, they're very challenging, especially if you haven't taken. So,
I've taken it one time but didn't do well, so
yeah, yeah, you have that experience to go with you. Every instructor is different with how they teach a subject. Some of them are very, very flexible. Some of them are not.
I would have liked to actually have homework or other assignments in this class actually, because it actually gives me a better way of understanding how the teacher grades or likes things phrased. and we have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
closest we have is the answer keys on the provided sheets, which I mean, it showed me a little bit already about what he prefers
They
as his answers.
are they showing them step by step the answer, or are they just showing
And
answer?
this one's just showing the answer, but like this one shows like a step and then the answer, I suppose.
Oh wow. Okay. That doesn't do
So
you any good.
yeah, it doesn't do me any good, but it's
Now,
at least
there
shows me
is
which things
one
to block.
thing that the instructor is supposed to do for you. He's supposed to show you an example of each and every one of these within the lecture so you understand it. If
I
it is
think he
not there,
does,
how are you supposed to not know it if he doesn't show it to you proficiently?
which means
And
I have to like go through the lecture recording essentially for that.
unfortunately, that's what it looks like. I'm telling you, that's not fun. That is not
Yeah,
one bit.
I'm not foreign to this though. I've had to do it before. Um, but this at least is just the Gen Chem review, so I understand what's going on in that. I understand how to um, create bonds, how to draw the Lewis structures. I know how to draw Newton structures as well. I know how to draw fishbone structures. Um, I can generally get through charges associated with atoms as long as I know how to draw the Lewis structure, because that visually helps me figure out what I'm doing. Um, I'm trying to figure out where the rest of my thought went. This happens a lot. I'm sorry.
I just thought of an idea what I'm going to do for you. And I don't usually do this for anybody, but I'll try it. I do it anyways. I will try to do some outside note taking for you. What I will do is I will try to prepare documents for you to study until you get a note taker. And we'll try it and see if it works. It worked for another guy that was in his 80s, but he was doing GED stuff.
I see.
And he ended up doing pretty good. So I do have time tonight to do that. Let me see if I can get you some links over to you so you can get to prepare and get started with it and all that other stuff.
Okay. Thank you.
But you have to promise me you're going to put time into this. You have to put time into it. Your parents are putting time into it. Um, it seems like this is going to work for both of us. We just need to find out some type of schedule to where, as we're approaching the 50-minute mark,
Yeah.
and actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this recording so I can get it on